Welcome back to the channel, guys. It is your host that does the absolute most, Spiritual Intellectual 777 here once again, coming at you guys from the house of greatness. And in today's video, what we are going to discuss is the poverty mindset and how it is sabotaging you from getting any type of success. So let's get into it. So basically, what a poverty mindset is these extremely limiting beliefs or belief systems, as people would coin it, that basically hold us back from reaching our fullest potential and reaching the success that we want in life, right? Because more than 10 times likely, we've gotten these beliefs from our family members or our closest friends, or, if we didn't grow up in our blood family, we probably got it from the family that we were adopted from, or, from our peers in school, our school teachers, etc., etc., etc. It's all of these accumulations of beliefs that we've gotten from the outside world, because basically we don't know no better as children. We basically believe everything that adults tell us because we are completely ignorant and we know nothing about the world. So we're going to take the advice of the older folks around us by heart. But unfortunately for most of us, we have been so accustomed to limiting beliefs that we never even dare question them, and thus it is plaguing our adult lives. And we're sitting here trying to figure out, why can't I get no success? Why am I not successful as much as I want to be? This is not fair at all. And many of us go around struggling, not being able to reach success. It's like the good times effect, right? You get so close and close and close and close, and then it just disappears just like that. And for many of us, that just happens to us way too many times. And we're just bamboozled at the fact that, damn, I'm so close to success. Yet when I'm close to there, it just disappears on me like smoke, right? And that's basically what our subconscious minds have been programmed to do since our childhood, is to sabotage our efforts of success. And believe it or not, your subconscious mind rules 95% of your life, whereas your conscious mind only rules a measly 5%. And your subconscious mind works on autopilot. So we do a lot of stuff that we're not even consciously thinking about, like waking up out of bed, checking our phone, brushing our teeth, taking a shower or a bath, getting dressed to go drive the same exact route to work or to school or whatever. Your subconscious mind does all of this in the background without you even being aware that it is. And your subconscious mind is ruled by your habits. So if you want to be able to pinpoint where you are, where your subconscious mind is at in terms of whether you reach the success that you want or not, just look at your daily habits that you practice on a daily. And if you're wondering what this big shining red light is, that is my blue snowball microphone, which I have linked in the description below for you to go purchase if you want to step up your audio game for your videos. I definitely recommend that you buy this mic. I call this the starter mic because it only costs $50, and I think Amazon has it discounted for like $34.99 last time I checked. So you can get it for less than its original price, which this is a damn good mic for something that's under $60. So I definitely highly recommend that you get this mic because it's really good. But anyways, I didn't come here to talk about this mic. I came here to talk about the poverty mindset and how it's just continuously sabotaging you. So just take a look at your habits and see, okay, are these habits serving me or are they not? And you have to be brutally honest with yourself, because that's one of the first steps of change, is being aware that you have a problem. And for many of us, unfortunately, We have lots and lots and lots of limiting beliefs inside of our subconscious mind operating all at once that's preventing us from really reaching that next level in our life that we know that we can accomplish, and we know that we deserve better consciously, but subconsciously we don't feel like we do because of all the programming that we've accumulated from our childhood all the way up to this point. So, you also have to watch the type of people that, you're hanging around, right? Because the people that you've hung out with in your early childhood all the way up to this point have influenced your mindset, and they're either propelling you to move forward in your life or they're holding you back like crabs in a bucket, and unfortunately most people live in that crabs in a bucket mentality that holds them back. You know what I mean? And I'm going to just tell you this real harsh truth right now. And if this causes people to click off the video or just get angry at me for whatever reason, then so fucking be it. I'm not going to pull your coattails, so to speak. I'm not going to chase you. I'm not doing none of that shit. If the truth offends you, I suggest that you click off this video right now and go somewhere else where somebody else is willing to sugarcoat it. But when you come around here, you're going to grow, you're going to develop yourself into your greatest version, and you're going to take charge for your life. Because I take pride in my personal development. And if you're here watching this video, I assume that you feel the same way. Otherwise, you wouldn't have come here to watch this video. Or unless you're just here to stalk and lurk, then, that's a whole different story. But anyways, what I want to say is that if you're not willing to work on yourself hardcore, tremendously on the freaking daily, if you're not willing to change those limiting beliefs to empowering beliefs, then you might as well just be grateful for where you are, because that's all you're going to reap is more and more poverty, more struggle, more strife, more pain, more shitty relationships, because you're unwilling to grow and to prosper. Right? So, without further ado, let's get into how you can get rid of the poverty mindset. So, step one in overcoming your poverty mindset is taking an objective look at your life. And I briefly touched on that before I came upon this point, but I'm going to go more in depth in it. So you really just have to sit down, and I recommend that it's not a recommendation, it is a must that you sit by yourself, whether in your room or out in nature somewhere where it's secluded and you're by yourself, you're not hanging out with your homeboys or your homegirls or with your significant other. Take some time for yourself and just really take a good, hard, objective look at your life. Analyze those beliefs that have held you hostage up to this point. Look at them objectively. Look at your whole entire life objectively. And this is hard as hell because many of us like to live in fantasy land, and we like to distract ourselves and numb ourselves with social media, TV, alcohol, sex, food, etc., etc., etc. We have all these different types of vices to distract ourselves from the misery that we feel. But up to this point, these vices have not served your highest good at all, if we're just being completely honest with ourselves here. And it's not until we take an objective look at our lives to see, damn, my life is shitty right now. And it's hard for us to admit that to ourselves. And I'm not saying this to try to put myself or anybody else down. You just really have to go inside of yourself and take a real hard look at the reality that you have created for yourself thus far. All right? So moving on. So step number 2, and I've learned this from my significant other. I never read this in a book or anywhere. but it is to write down the pros and the cons of what you learned from your family and society. And I found personally that when I did this exercise suggested by my girlfriend, who's also a life coach, by the way, is that, I had way more cons than pros from what I learned from my family. And I had way more pros than cons from what I learned from society. And for those who watched a couple videos back, I believe that I've showed you guys my pros and cons list. So I don't remember which video that I did it on. You're going to have to do some digging on your free time if you so choose to. But yeah, just by doing it at that exercise, that has really caused me to take a real hard objective look at my lifestyle and where my limiting beliefs were coming from. And then and only then was I able to proactively make the changes in my life from there on out. But like I said, you cannot change your situation unless you become acutely aware of what is holding you hostage from reaching your success in the first place. So I recommend, that you do this activity so that you can really get crystal clear on what beliefs are serving you or what beliefs are not. So anyways, moving on to the third step. So now that you are acutely aware of what beliefs serve you and what don't serve you, you've written out your pros and your cons list from what you learned from your family and society. Now it's time for you to double down on the beliefs that actually do serve you and implant those into your subconscious mind by way of, you've already written them down, I assumed at this point, and now you just need to recite them every single day so that you can prime your subconscious mind to soak it in, and it's recommended that you do this for 21 days so that you can completely rewire your subconscious mind so that, those new beliefs that actually do serve you solidify inside of your mind, right? So let's say, for example, you have this belief that, let's say I am worthy of, being rich, or I am rich, I am abundant, I am, I am love, I am peace, just sample affirmations / belief systems like that. I'm just saying this for example's sake, and you can tailor make the new beliefs that actually serve you to your own liking. You don't have to do it exactly like me. That's just how I've done it. But you can do it in your own little unique creative way. You can get as creative with this as you want to be. You know what I'm saying? So moving on to the next one. And this point right here is so underrated that people forget this crucial step, is to take actions that correspond with your newfound belief systems. You know what I mean? And this is a huge part in rewiring your subconscious mind. It's not enough for you to just write down the new beliefs and to recite them till your face turns blue. You actually have to take action that corresponds with those newfound belief systems that you have. You can't be out here saying that I am financially abundant and then not take advantage of opportunities that present themselves to you. You know what I'm saying? Or you're creating your own opportunities to reach financial abundance. You can say that until you're blue in the face, but unless you take action on the opportunities that help you make more money, then you're going to stay stuck in the financial shithole that you're already in. I mean, it's just basic common sense. A lot of people want to be mega successful, but they're not willing to take mega action, right? It's just like in mathematics. In order for you to get corresponding angles, they have to be an exact mirror of each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not a huge fan of math, but that was the first thought that came to my mind, is that your actions and your beliefs have to mirror one another. Or else, there's going to be this confusion going on within your energetic field. It's going to be super chaotic, and the universe is going to be like, okay, I thought you wanted to be financially abundant, but your actions say that you don't. So I don't know what the hell to do. So you have to make the universe's job easier by corresponding your actions and those newfound beliefs that serve you, and then mesh them into one like the yin and yang. All right. So moving on to the next point. And this is a severely underrated step 2. You have to get yourself an accountability partner. You know, you have to get someone that is not afraid to call you out on your BS. Because that's basically what an accountability partner does, you know, is to call you out when you're bullshitting yourself or when you're undermining your full potential, right? And I recommend that when you do get an accountability partner, or when you're in a search for one, is to get somebody that is way ahead of the game, that can lift you up to their level, if not higher. Because if you're trying to get like somebody who is not that far ahead of you as your accountability partner, then you're only going to hurt yourself in the long run, because they're not going to be able to give you the proper advice to be able to move on to that next level. You know what I'm saying? It's important to get you a mentor that is like really, 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 really successful in the area that you want to be successful in. So let's say, you know, you want to be financially abundant. You know, you get you somebody who is making at least 6 figures or higher, you know, and that can be daunting because, you know, these people are busy, but it is doable. You know, as a matter of fact, you know, one of these days I'm going to have to get me a financial mentor so that, you know, I can reach my financial goals much quicker. But genuinely, you know, if you want to be at the top of your game financially, you get you a financial coach. If you want to be on top of your game in your fitness, hint, hint, I got the poster back here, get you a personal trainer or a fitness coach of some sort. If you want to be at the top of your game spiritually, get you a spiritual mentor. And if you want somebody who is successful in their relationships, get you a relationship coach. You know what I mean? And I hope that you are picking up the pattern that I'm going with here. You know, I'm not going to give away the pattern. I want you to use your own intellect and your own understanding to be able to get what I'm trying to get at here. Because you cannot succeed if you don't, 1, have the work ethic to do it, and 2, the willingness to do it, and 3, having somebody that's in your corner that's already been there and done that. They've already been through the pain and the suffering, so that you don't have to go through it yourself. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. So that is why I say get you an accountability partner who can hold you accountable, because many times, you know, we feel motivated at the beginning to do the work, but inevitably as time goes on, we have the I don't feel like it's that set in inevitably. And if you don't have an accountability partner, that's going to be super duper disastrous, because then, you know, you're going to start shortchanging yourself and fall right back into those negative patterns that you've worked so hard to overcome. But when you have an accountability partner, they're there to help you stay on track towards your goals, and they will not sugarcoat shit for you. All right, moving on to the next. Last but not least, and this is so important amongst the 5 other tips I talked about, is to surround yourself with positive people. This is super duper important, because you become like the environment that you surround yourself in. Because if you're in an environment to where it stagnates your growth and expansion by way of people, you know, having this poverty mindset and believing that they're not worthy of the success, and they start chirping in your ear over and over again that you're not going to succeed in your chosen field, or that your dreams are stupid, you're aiming too high, to downgrade on your dreams. If you keep hearing that over and over again, the whole, you know, over time, it's gonna start normalizing in your brain that it's okay to settle for less, and that you're not worthy, and that you are stupid for dreaming big. And if you find yourself in that environment right now, do everything in your power to get out of that environment as soon as possible. Because that environment is literally toxic, not only to your spiritual and your mental health and your emotional health, but also to your physical health in general. So you need to make an effort to get out there against all odds. And I know that, it's not going to be easy because you're going to have lots of resistance on the inside and on the outside. But in the long term, it's going to be worth it because you're going to have an easier time in growing because you're surrounding yourself with people who compliment you for having those big dreams and that hold you accountable and keep you in a high frequency easier because you're surrounded by people who are good for your soul growth. All right, moving on. So a bonus tip that I'm going to leave in here before I wrap up this video is to have a growth mindset. This is so important. And all these other tips comes as a result of this bonus tip that I'm talking about. Because in order for you to want to outgrow the bullshit that you have been taught and to surround yourself with positive people and all the other tips that I talked about, is you have to have this willingness to want to grow. You have to want to grow if you want to succeed, because success and growth go hand in hand. You know what I'm saying? You can't grow and succeed and then hold on to your limiting beliefs at the same time. It's just not going to work. You're going to have to pick one or the other. Do you want to keep living the same boring ass lifestyle that you've been living, where you're constantly struggling, you can't catch a break, you have shitty relationships, etc., etc., etc.? Or do you want to go down path B, to where you take your growth and personal development seriously and you surround yourself with positive people and you get the accountability partner and you start implementing the beliefs that actually serve your highest good, to where, you're living a life of great success, great abundance, and great happiness. So with that being said, I am going to wrap up this video right here. I believe that I said everything that I needed to say for this particular video. If you've enjoyed this video, make sure to click that subscribe button and hit that bell right next to it so you can join the notification squad, so that you get notified on every single video that I upload every single Friday for this channel. And if you are an artist or creative of some sort, make sure to go check out my 8 Mil Productions podcast. The link to that is in the description below. And also make sure to smash the hell out of that like button, and make sure to comment in the comment section below and timestamp your favorite tip of this video that you've gotten the most from. And also make sure to go ahead and share this video on any and all of your social media platforms. And I'm gonna just say this before I forget this, that I will be running a crowdfunding campaign soon for my short film Greg's Rise to Greatness. That's right, you heard that. I am running a crowdfunding campaign for my short film Greg's Rise to Greatness. So I'm just telling y'all this in advance now so that there is no surprises. So for anybody that has been supporting my short films and my podcast and this YouTube channel thus far, make sure to go ahead and support me on this campaign. I need all hands on deck because I need your help in making this film become a reality. Alright, and speaking of filmmaking, go subscribe to my filmmaking YouTube channel, which I rebranded to 8 Mil Productions TV. The link to that will be in the description below. And if you want to, you can donate to this channel by clicking the PayPal link below in the description right below. So with that being said, I hope that you guys have an amazing Friday. And I'm looking forward to seeing you next Friday. So do not miss a beat. Peacing out with the highest vibes, and let's rise up together. Are you looking for someone to shoot your videos, photos, films, and make your demo reel blow the socks off your clients? You come to the right place. At 8 Mil Productions, I offer the following services: shooting commercial videos, music videos, or videos in general not related to film. My rate for these services are $100 for 30-second videos, and the price goes up and varies from there for longer videos. For photography, I offer individual portraits and headshots for $40 a photo and group portraits for $60 a photo. For film shoots, my rate is $150 per shooting day. And last but not least, I edit demo reels for cinematographers, directors, and actors for $100. If you want to book me for the following services, email me at 8milproductions@gmail.com. I am looking forward to working with you.